Hi class, in this video we will consider about the domain of a function. A function can be represented in various ways, but usually they are defined by using a mathematical formula, such as y equals fx. Example, we can hear people say that we have a function y equals fx equals 2x plus 1, or we have another function y equals gx equals the formula the square root of x minus 1, etc. And in this formula, we consider letter x and y. X and y are usually called variables, and among them, x is called independent variable, and y is called dependent variable. Why do we call so? Because the value of y depends on the value of x. When you change the value of x here, the value of y will change. And next, we will talk about the definition of the domain of a function. So what is the domain of a function y equals fx? The function is resident y equals fx. Has the domain is what? Has the domain is the set. The domain of this function y equals fx is the set of all real numbers for which the formula fx is defined. That means all the values of x, which makes the formula fx defined, will be in the domain of the function y equals fx. We can see it in some formula examples. Example 5. The domain of the following function. A. fx equals 2x minus 1. B. gx equals the square root of x minus 1. C. hx equals 1 over 3x plus 2. And D. kx equals the formula 5 over 4 plus cosine x. Solution. You can stop the video for a while and do these examples by yourself, and then you will continue to watch the video to check for the reasons. Okay, now is the solution. For A, you can see that the domain of the function y equals fx is the set of unreal numbers for which fx is defined. So, to find the domain of the function y and fx, we will find all of the value of x, all of the value of the real number x, which makes the formula fx defined. You can see that in A, you can see that in the item A, you can see that the formula 3x minus 1 is defined with all the real numbers. So the domain of the function fx, is what? Is the set of all real numbers R. And that's the answers of A. And the item B, we must to find the domain of the function gx with the formula the square root of x minus 1. You know that to for this formula it is fine, we must have x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. So we must have x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. And this inequality is equivalent with x greater than or equal to y. So we can conclude that the domain of the function gx is the set which contains on the real numbers which are greater than or equal to 1, and that set is a infinite interval 1 to infinity. Okay, that's with the answer of the item B. And the item C, you can see that a fraction is defined when the under 3x plus 2 is not equal to 0. So we must have 3x plus 2 is not equal to 0. And this is equivalent to x is not equal to minus 2 over 3. So the domain of the function x is the set R, the set of all real number R, except for minus 2 over 3. And next, item D. In item D, we also have a fraction. And for this fraction to be defined, we must have 4 plus cosine x is not equal to 0. And you can see that this inequality is always true for all x, for all of the real number x, because this is right for all x in R. R is the set of all real numbers because the value of cosine x is large, is in the closed interval minus 1 to 1. Minus 1 to 1, sorry, minus 1 to 1. So that we can conclude that the domain of this function, of the ks function, is what? Is the real number, is the set of real numbers R. In this video, we have just give the definition of the domain of a function, which expresses the form y equals to fx, and give some simple examples about finding the domains of some functions. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can comment below the video.